Hello YouTube, this is Jimmy Jackson 23 and I'm doing a review on my custom Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. Now, as much as I'd like to say that these are customs based on the original comic book, that would sort of be a lie. This is what the comic book turtles looked like. These are some weird amalgamations of different designs of the turtles over the years. And by different designs, I'm specifically talking about a mix of two designs. It is a mix of the original box, like the bio cards. Most of the outlining and whatnot was inspired by that. It is also inspired by the comic book with the all red. However, I'd mainly just say these are less customs of the comic book figures and just this, like the bio cards, but with just the red bandanas because I thought it would look neat. I guess it's also an homage to the fact that these figures were more inspired by the original comic book. But, I mean, that's neither here nor there. These are just a set of good looking figures. There's not really much to say about them as I didn't really do much. It was mainly just a repaint job. No sculpting was required. I mean, again, it was just make them look like the back of the box and then give them red bandanas because that would be kind of cool. I've got not much else to say about them, aside from, I guess, a little bit of history. Unfortunately, I didn't take that many pictures of them while they were being worked on. However, these were inspired by another set of, I want to say customs, but it was mostly just me being a young kid. You see, I grew up in that era of Ninja Turtles during like the 2012 series. And during that time, I distinctly could recall going to a Big W and them having a whole bunch of just reissues of the not the comic book, the original 87 figures, like the classic collections. And by classic collections, I'm not talking about those big ones that had like that weird mix of the toys and the cartoons. I'm talking about these. And, well, just looking at it, you can kind of see that I sort of had something interesting going, but I guess the years haven't been kind to this figure. So I guess this is more so a continuation of that idea. Let's just get Leo closer to the camera. I'd say my favorite out of these four that I've done would be Donatello. I just liked how close to the box art that this figure is. Like comparing it to this, you can see Donatello has like these weird spots of pink or yellow. And I put that on my figure and I say that sort of makes him, it just looks good. And I'd say that's my favorite one out of the bunch. So yeah, that is my review. I hope you liked it, and see you later. Hello YouTube, welcome to the first video on my channel. So I guess I've got this set of custom Ninja Turtle figures. They were just a set of the Playmates reissues, and I've decided to give them this color scheme sort of reminiscent of the comics. However, as you can see, each turtle has a different color. This color wasn't picked at random. It was actually inspired, or like when I say different colors, I mean they're shaded green. Their colors were inspired by the back of the box. I should probably have an image of it on screen now. Yeah. Okay. So Yeah, as you can see, the color palettes are very reminiscent of the back of the box. I've got Donatello's here. Oh, not the back of the box, it's just the art that appeared on the box. Like on the original boxes. This setup is not really working, but I guess, whatever. Makes it a bit difficult to show things, but whatever. Yeah, as you can see, on the bio card, it has a little portrait of the turtle, and I used the colors of the green as reference for the colors for the figure. Like, this is very prominent with Donatello, because on the box he had these weird pink spotches or whatever, and I've applied them to the figure, and I'd say it looks pretty good. Each of the other turtles also have colors similar. Leonardo, hang on. Yeah. I'd say Leo's like the second best example of this. With the highlights I put on the figure, like on his face in particular, you can see it. Like the nose is very similar to the way they were colored on the back of the box. I also like the way I did like the pen look, like as if it was just a drawing that was just whipped out of it, or like the figures were just whipped out of a drawing, I guess. That makes sense. Sort of like the way the NECA figures did it. I've got Michelangelo's here. He's a little less of a one-to-one, I guess, representation. And I'm not exactly sure what the right wording is, but I mean, it's sort of similar, but like, it looks more like if somebody shrunk the NECA comic book turtles. It's a bit like the way I did the colors, it just looks like the way the NECA figures were done. I do not have any of the NECA figures for like comparison. However, I do have one of the Playmates comic book turtles. Here he is. I mean, it works, but I just never liked the articulation on the arms and like the legs. Instead of having like a forward bend, it goes at the side, and in order to have the leg go forward, you'd have to turn it sideways. It's weird. Like, that's the closest thing to a kick you can get out of these guys. So yeah, that's these guys. I've got a few other pictures of them, so I guess I'll just show them now. Don't forget to like and subscribe for any more customs I might do. I also plan to do a few animations on this channel. I'm just gonna do a whole lot of stuff on this channel. You won't know what happens. Like, anything can happen. I've got like a whole hodgepodge of things I can do, and this channel is basically just going to be a breeding grounds of ideas. Anything that sticks, I guess, you know, just throwing things at the wall. So yeah, just gonna go into pictures now, I guess. You know, I almost forgot something. When making these figures, there was one thing that was always at the back of my mind. You see, a few years ago, when I was a lot younger, like back in like primary school, I think, I went to Big W and I found that they had a set of those original figures that these are based on. And instead of just keeping them the way they were, I thought, wouldn't it be neat if I grabbed a pen and then traced detailing that's on them, sort of similar to the way these guys are done. However, a few years ago, I made this. Very similar. Muscles and veins are traced. The faces also traced. Although this one I'm pretty sure has pupils. Yeah. He is also very dusty. I don't think I did anything on the back. Except for the bandana, which is... ooh. In fact, there's a little bit of comparison. Let's grab this Michelangelo. Okay, I did not do it on that Michelangelo. Hang on, I think I did it on the left. Yeah. The turtles have like these weird little... this weird bit of detailing on the back of the head. And I guess I didn't do it on the original Michelangelo. You can sort of see it. Another bit of detailing that I forgot to hit up was some weird lines that were on the arms, like the forearms. Hang on, you can see it here. And there's just some... like, these figures were designed after the original comic book look. So that's why they've got like some weird lines in places. Like, even like the original figures, not these ones. And yeah. That was also one reason why I did this. So, all in all, I think they look pretty good. I'll either continue with the images, or this is the end of the video. So, if this is the end, once again, don't forget that subscribe button and whatever.